Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Cam and Commentary episode. Today, we are going to be processing, as promised on the last video. Whole bunch of processing. Now, I'm going to keep cutting these 5-meter logs because, honestly, the 5-meter logs are the way to go. I'm hoping to get all of the processing done this video, so that next video, we can do loading and wood shoveling, and then I think we're done. That's the end, man, for a bit, anyway. Oh, now I said I was going to actually do shorts on this one, so we're going to separate the longs and the tops from the good shorts, if we can remember to do so. So yeah, and that'll, yeah, like I said, we got this episode and probably just one more, I think, and that'll be, I think that'll be it for a while. I do plan, like I said, to keep doing cam and commentary stuff in the future, but like I said, we're going into crazy work season now, so things will be kind of on and off. I still got lots of mods. That's been one bonus while I've been, while I've had my time off. I've had lots of mod work to do. So there's about probably, I want to say 3 or 4 months worth of mods at least I have made that are going to be coming out. Again, a lot of it's like done but not really checked. It's just the hard parts are done, so I really need to go over them, which I should have some time on some of the weekends to kind of review that. But yeah, it'll kind of take a little bit of a kickback of a break for modding stuff. And then yeah, we inevitably wait for the next game, I guess. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to announce a new game this year? I kind of got a feeling they won't. I think they'll drop hints. Heck, I bet we'll even see more DLC before we see another announcement about the game itself. But I guess we'll have to see. No way to really know. Can't predict it. I just hope they're not recycling. Okay, well this is actually kind of a good sign, really, if you think about it. So, because we haven't seen any announcement about the game, that tells me there's a strong chance they're not going to be recycling this engine too hard. It also tells me maybe they're making a new engine, or working on a new engine, or a new a new game program, new whatever. Because honestly, I think if they were just going to do a recycle of this game, we would have already seen it, or it would have been an announcement about it already. So I'm going to make a prediction that they will have an announcement that it's in development under some new stuff. That's my prediction. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Of course, by the time this video comes out, maybe there's already been an announcement. Who knows? Who really knows? I don't really keep up on the news of Farming Simulator too much either, so I just come in, make my mods, do some logging, because I guess I kind of like logging just a little bit. I don't know if you guys knew that or not based on, you know, watching this channel, but I kind of like logging just a teeny weeny bit. Oops, let's put that over in the reject pile. Can we get this to bump? Oh, nice. Sometimes that works and sometimes it really doesn't when you try to slide them up like that. I thought there was another one up top. Let's get that one, just because it was feeling awkward. I'm kind of cutting these back a little to get rid of that gross little notch out of them. They load a little bit nicer when they don't have that. Well, it's funny because sometimes when you go to cut them at the notch, it leaves like an ugly piece behind, like a bad physic. And then other times, it's no problem. Like, it doesn't have a problem at all. It just acts like it's a normal log. So if I can usually get it close to the end where it doesn't look like complete garbage, I'll let it slide. Like, that one's actually not bad. Even though there's that ugly kind of notch in it, I can still get a pretty nice log out of that. I don't know if you guys can see that. So when I turn my screen, see that log disappearing over there? See that one on the left? I don't know why it does that. It does that on sometimes when you do end cuts. I don't know. It's like the game doesn't believe it's actually still in the game or something. I have no idea. Just weird glitches, you know? fsglitches.com. I'm sure there's barely any of those you guys have ever seen. You guys have never seen a glitch in Farming Simulator? Come on now. Never. Not ever. Especially logging. There's no glitches in logging. The trees are perfect. You're the glitch. Pretty much how she feels. Oop, there we go. You know what I would like to do though? I would like to change my my driving controls. I don't like having my steering on my left twist anymore. It kind of annoys me, especially when I'm forwarding, because the stick is now worn down, so it's become super sensitive. So if I even like have a little bit of twist, which I usually do when I'm going to like do a grab, it gets a little bit of twist. If you have even a teeny bit of twist in there, it makes it turn the tracks. It's super annoying. It's almost like we need the springs to be a little tighter on these things. It could just be because mine's worn down to hell too. I don't know if you could redo the springs to tighten it up a bit. I mean, these have been going strong for, God, when did I buy these? Like, I want to say like a year plus now. Maybe I'm wrong. I have a video where I redid my chair with the ugly side things on it. And that's, I think, when I originally got these ones. I haven't had replacements since. But yeah, we'll see. See if we can get any. My God, it's been kind of rough. Kind of rough trying to get technology this day and age. But we'll see. I know, like, graphics cards and stuff. God, it's crazy. Well, it's semiconductors too. Like, you know, if you look at all the big auto industries and stuff, there's a big semiconductor shortage because of COVID shut down all those factories, right? And I mean, if anything, I think I think this could be like a bit of a wake-up call for industry, really. You know, if we're depending so heavily on outside sources, you know, like China or Japan or Taiwan to get all of our electronics because we're outsourcing, and then something like this happens where it crashes our economy because of outsourcing, like maybe it's time we start looking at building our own stuff and sourcing within our own countries a little more, because I think we rely a little too heavily on stuff from out of our own countries to run our economy. And I mean, technology is the very base of our economy. It seems dumb, well, to me it seems dumb, that you'd want to chance it all by relying heavily on outside sources to keep the most important part of your economy alive. That doesn't sound like good country management to me, but I would say anything that my economy, if I ran a country, anything that my economy ran on, I would want self-produced in my own country. I mean, if it's not possible, it's not possible, but I haven't seen anything in our countries that isn't producible within our own countries. It's all about market numbers. They just want to do cheap, cheap, cheap. But then when something like this happens, they're like, damn, I wish we had some of those, because then we could produce our own. But I think collectively no country government works friendly with itself. Everybody's kind of out to get their own little capital gains from everything, so everyone looks into their own best interest instead of like greater good of how things go. And then the economy tanks and they go, oh, maybe we should have thought about that. Oh well, I'm still rich, so I don't care. Everyone else can suffer. That's usually the mentality of most of those groups, at least from what I've seen. But yeah, I mean, you guys can be the voices of reason on that and tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. The rich want to keep getting richer and the poor want to get richer. So if everybody's constantly trying to get richer, why the hell would we want to work together to solve stuff? That's just silly. Right. My pile's not as straight as the other ones, but I'm kind of just YOLOing this pile. I don't really care, because honestly, most of the time I end up buttoning them up anyway with my or penciling them up with my my grapple anyway. So I mean, if you can keep the piles straight, that's great, but for the most part, I don't think it's really gonna matter in these final piles. And that's it. After we get this one, next episode, we do one final crazy loading experience. Get all the wood out of here. Chip it. I want to bring that shovel in. I don't know which shovel to use, though. I haven't quite decided. I might use the Volvo. The problem is I don't think I can fill those tall trailers with the Volvo. I'd have to get something higher up. But I guess the whole purpose is you're supposed to be on top of the hill. And what I could do is load from above, because we kind of put them up on the edge of a hill there with our wood chips. So we could use like a little Volvo. I might do the Volvo with just the regular size bucket on it, because that might actually work out pretty good. And we still got to load a lot of these chips into the wood chipper itself. So we'll have to drive around to the piles. It's going to be next video might be a long video. Well, depending. This one, where are we at? 10 minutes? Maybe I'll do some of the chipping in this one too, just to kind of pinch up the two. So if we can get most of the chipping done, well, I don't know. We might not be able to get all this processing done either in that time. This is a lot to process. Lot of wood here still. Well, I guess not. We only got this little pile. I don't know why I thought we had another pile. No? Oh, no, we did the other pile. That was the one on the road. Oh, okay. We'll have time then. We might run these last few episodes at like 30 minutes just to kind of clean up our act a little here. And again, these piles are not very straight. I kind of feel a little self-conscious about my unstraight piles here, but you know what? It's all going to the mill to get evaporated anyway, so. And if the logs would settle perfectly, I bet you could be a little bit more anal about keeping your piles perfect, but they don't settle very perfectly, to be honest. They don't settle very perfectly at all. That one. I was gonna grab that one, but I don't like it. Sometimes you get to the end tops and you're just like, yeah, I just don't like something about that. Go with your gut instinct. If you didn't think you should have that one, probably shouldn't have that one. Okay. At least we got a nice little pile of little tops on that side. And like I said, the little tops aren't too bad for loading and stuff, but once in a while they kind of get a little ugly. So we can get a nice end on that one. Oh yeah, that's good. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh my god, I watched that show again. What was it? It was earlier this year, like right around Christmas. Babe. I can't believe how much of like the show I just didn't understand when I was a kid. And I guess I've just never gone back to watch it, but it's so funny because I was watching it the other day, and almost like, or the other day at Christmas, feels like the other day. And I was just like, wow, there's just a lot of the stuff I just didn't understand as a kid, and I keep coming across old movies that I watched when I was younger that I just never bothered revisiting again. And I'm like, damn, I can't believe I didn't realize that's what that meant then. Same thing is like if you watch like kids movies with adult theme, I guess. Like, you know, they make movies for kids because kids don't really understand what's going on. But, you know, they have lots of adult jokes in there that you never would pick up on as a kid. And it's funny because I go back and watch all these old movies and I'm just like, oh, man, that's so funny because it's totally just exactly the kind of humor that I would like to know as an adult. But as a kid, it just like right over my head. I was like, oh, man, this is awesome. I love this action in this scene, and I don't know what the hell's going on or why I'm enjoying it, but I am. But they also made it really good writing for the adult side too. So if you guys ever get a chance, go back, watch some of those old, even cartoons or kids movies, and you can pick up some pretty funny themes. Even like watching the old like Aladdin movies, like they totally aimed some of the humor, especially like the like Aladdin and the King of Thieves or whatever, that kind of stuff. They totally aimed that humor for both kids and adults. So I was like, you know, there's toilet humor mixed with like actual good writing, and it's pretty funny. And I don't know, it's stuff I never really think about when I was going back and thinking about rewatching all the old Disney stuff, but it's definitely there. I was looking at this pile and I'm thinking, man, we're not going to get another full loaded truck like we had last time. Because last time we did 2 full giant piles. It might be close though, because we still got a couple grabs in that back deck, along with some of the little tops in there. And we have this little pile by the road that we did too. So maybe, just maybe, it'll work out. There we go. Can we get one more out of that? Oh, yeah, it's a little close. We'll drop that one in there. Sometimes it's like, it really depends where you do your initial cut. 5s, I think, get really good recovery out of the wood, though. I mean, like when you do these far back cuts because the ends are nasty, you get a little bit less of a chance of getting 3 out of it. But most of them I've been getting 3 out of these longer logs, which is nice. See, and then kind of on that back end, it's kind of a mix between it's just right on the edge of being okay for a medium length. But like I said, we'll keep all those ugly tops in one piler and see what happens. See how it kept its form a little bit. We're almost through this pile. And then, like I said, I think I'm going to do some wood chipping just to kind of clean this stuff up a little. Try it out. There we go. Let's go like that. There we go. Beauty. Somebody was asking if I could make a mobile wood chipper, like one you can just drive over, kind of like the forestry grinder, but kept the chips. At first I was like, yeah, and now I'm like, it's actually kind of a good idea. So I might actually do that if I get time. Because you know how we run over everything with the forestry grinder, right? And just kind of chip it up? Well, what if I made a forestry grinder with a pipe on it? I think we had one in 17 that was actually pretty useful for that. So then instead of just evaporating all your chips, it puts them all in a reservoir on your header there. And then you can just blow it all out of there. It would require a little bit of redesign of the chipper, because I'd have to get rid of like the belt. Actually, that's kind of an alright piece. We'll keep that one. So what I would do is I would get rid of the table belt that pulls it in, and I would just, I guess, make it an insta grinder as soon as it hit pieces. But I don't know, what I don't know is if that feeder on the wood chipper is necessary in order to activate it so it makes wood chips. That's the part I'm kind of confused on. Okay, I think we did it. Look at all this crap everywhere. We did it. Ooh, okay, let's go put this over here. And then we're going to go hop in our skidder. Time we at? Oh, we're only at 17 minutes. We're doing good. Oops, there we go. Beauty. Almost a picture quality, but not quite. Yeah, so what we could do is actually back a trailer up this hill a little, and we could just load it that way. That's what I was thinking. So let's bring old Skiddy down here. And we'll park. See, like, look how the snow like rips in some places but not others. I really don't get that, but whatever. We'll park this guy actually just right in line with that pile. Okay. Now, let's go grab Mr. Loda. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, that might make a good picture too now I'm looking at it. How about we do some of this action? Action Jackson style. There we go. Okay, so let's look down on the action here a little. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Oops. I need a bigger chipper. That's what I need. Make that into a draggable giant chipper. That'd be kind of fun. Now, in Logging Crew, we've been talking about a whole bunch of different chippers that people have been using, so I might go bring one forward eventually and try it out. I don't know how much wood we'll get out of these little bits. Probably not a whole lot, but, you know, whatever. See, now, if that was just a mobile, like the forestry grinder, I could just drive over this stuff and clean it all up. That'd be easy. I kind of like the process of loading it too, though, doing this. Not only one, because you're doing something, but two, because it kind of ups your skill level a little bit. Because loading this crap off the ground is actually harder than loading a trailer, in my opinion. Because you got to grab little bitty pieces, and it's time consuming, and the faster you get, the better return you get on your pickup stuff here. So let's see, let's grab that way. And your brain's working a little bit more because you got to think about which way you want to grab something to pick it up. So we can get all of these here. And like I said, I think definitely your skill level improves doing it this way. It's just a lot of little bits and pieces messing around. So these I was going to load, but because I didn't really process these into shorts, I'm going to just chip them. Like some of them we did proper short processing, and then others we did not. Get in there. There you go. Basically anything with a tail on it is probably bad news bears. God, there's something I haven't said in a while. Bad news bears. I used to say that all the time at high school. Oh my god. I didn't even like the show. I hated bad news bears. But I don't know why. Always had to keep saying it. Okay, so that's that pile. Let's load a boat from here. We'll just get these 3 little piles licked up and we'll call this a video. And then, in the next one is the final round. Oh, whatever. If I miss a piece, I don't really care. Or if we can get another... I kind of want another screenshot, because I love these. Maybe we get one, like, about there. Let's see how that looks. Pull this piece out. Oh, but I can chainsaw it out. I don't like that picture. It's not a very good picture. That's actually not bad, though. Let's try to get one from up here. There we go. Okay, I'll stop. Everyone's like, stop taking pictures. I have to do it. I can't help myself. It's an addiction. The addiction of photography. Okay. Oops. Biting little bits and pieces out here. Oh, there we go. Alright. Whoa. Beauty. I actually attempted again for another time to make loaders that you can close the grapples on without, like, non-solid head loaders. Like soft loader heads. But, God, no matter what, it just ends up being bad. I've tried so many different methods to doing it. And there's just no way to make it pretty. Kind of loading at the wrong angle. What I should have done is park the skidder in line, which is what you should always do. Park your equipment in line with what you're dragging over so that you don't have to turn it. Because dragging it with a turn, like I'm doing right now, where I grab it all like this, and then I pick it up and I have to turn it, that's just adding extra time, which you don't need to be doing. Maybe we can pencil that, actually. Oh, yeah, that helps. Oops. Not to mention I also have some depth perception issues going on here. There we go. As I always do. Oh, jeez. Feed me, Seymour. There you go. All right, let's back up here a little. Get all of this crap out of here. I don't think I have much more after this pile. Just that pile on the other side of this that we processed. I think that's pretty much all of it. But you know what? I like doing this kind of cleanup. It's very zen. It's like having your own little kind of zen garden, I guess you could say. Oops, you want to go the other direction. There we go. Oop. There we go. Okay, now we can get this bulky crap out of here. I should build a giant head that has a scoop. I mean, this thing actually does really well for little bits. For a head, anyway. But I should build one that has, like, a big shovel scooper. I guess they have those ones for, like, silage. That have, like, a... It looks like 2 buckets attached together that close. Kind of like a clammy, closey thingy. I have no idea what the hell they're called. Honestly, man, even logging grapples these days, like... Everyone has a different name for them, like clams, power clams, fixed heads. What the hell else? At the mill, they used to call them all kinds of things too. Well, then just different forms of grapples and claws and clams and your biters and your teeth and your yeah. fingers. Oh god, I've heard everything. Your hand. It really depends on the person you're talking to, but everybody has a different name for what a grapple or a claw are called. But yeah, I don't think there's any grapple. I think is like the universal industry term. Like if you're at a dealership, they'd call them like a logging grapple. But claws and clams are also quite commonly used. I don't know, man. It's such a confusing non-universal industry. You know where you have like a light bulb is basically a light bulb, you know, like that kind of concept. That makes sense, but not in some industries. Some industries there's 20 million different variations of everything. I wonder if I can shovel this over to that other pile so we don't have to move the loader twice. We can do a little back and forth trip here for a second. Oh, lost that one. There we go. And we'll grab this one. We're almost done. Almost done with this stuff. And then I'll remember at the beginning of next episode to move that, or buy a loader with, or I might get that Volvo and then put a bucket on it, just so that we're all good and secure for doing our loading whenever that happens next round. Can we get that tree out of there? Oh, there you go. Sometimes they pop onto the ground. That's just the glory of physics in this game. Oh, it's still on the ground there a little bit. There we go. Ah. Oh, I see another piece. Can you just tell by the sticking up here? Two more. Two more for the party. Now let's check to see how fully loaded this thing is. I don't think we have a whole lot in there. Wood chips, 58%, so it's not that loaded up yet. Okay, so we got one more pile to attend to. Well, two piles actually, so let's park this. I want to park this kind of halfway between both worlds so I can just spin either side without having to move it. We'll get this guy all cleaned up. Man, half-hour episodes, eh? Good for us. I like 15s, but you know what? We're doing cleanup. Usually at the end of a project, when I know we're kind of coming to the end, I try to spend a little more time in the episodes to clean up the rest. And no, we could really we could even shovel that other pile if we really wanted to. See, like, it turns left and it stays left. It's so weird. Okay, so let's grab this. That might eat it. I don't know if it'll eat it. Sometimes you feed them in backwards with the pointy bit. It doesn't eat them, and I don't know why. This game can't read that bit or whatever. I'm actually locking strap that for a second while I move around, because there's no way this will stay in there. Some may call it cheating, but in real life you can bite down on it and it doesn't go anywhere, so. Let's see if it'll eat those backwards. No, it doesn't want to eat that one, hey? Well, let's force it in there. Eat it! Eat it! Oh. Huh. Yeah, it's like a magnetic pull of no. Alright, well, we'll turn your ass around then. And those two are just not having a good time there. There you go. Throw another one on there and she should be good. And then the weight should carry it all in there like a hungry, hungry hippo. Or it'll just sit there all glitchy like. That's possible too. Let's see here. What's going on? Eat your dinner. There you go. Eat your vegetables, little friend. Let's see if we can butt this stuff up a little bit more. Whoop. The joys of cleanup, hey? But like I said, I actually enjoy doing this stuff. Like, even just doing like this really basic cleaning up of bits and pieces, like, I don't know, it's just fun. You're still operating, still having fun doing your thing. That's my joy in life. Just operating. Beauty. Is that a stump? Oh, that is a stump. Don't grab that. Never gonna get that out of the ground. Kind of a waste of a turn to throw one piece, but whatever. We'll just have more when we do this side. See if I can back all this down closer to me here. Yeah. Wait. Oh. This actually takes almost as long as loading does, if not longer sometimes. But all for the greater good of our wood pile. That's the way I'm looking at it. I wonder how many chips we actually have up on that pile. That'll be the other question. Next video when we do the chip loading, I'm actually curious to see how much chips we actually get out of that. Alright, so let's grab this little bundle. This beautiful bundle. There we go. Ah! And then what do we got over here? Not much, eh? We'll just grab a couple handfuls out of here. I don't really care about cleaning this up too accurately on this side. We didn't really cut a whole pile of trees there. Let's try to get these bigger sticks, because those are the ones that will produce the chips for us. Clean these. And let's go like this. Whoop. Ah! Yes, yes! There we go. That was a good grab. Sometimes you get grabs, you're like, yeah, that was a good one. And sometimes you do grabs, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Let's see if we can get that all feeding in there nice and happily. Eat your dinner. Yeah, we'll just get these last few little bits here. I don't really care about the rest. Just the visual stuff. That one a little bit. Oop, there we go. That's the one I want. Oh, oh! And so we reveal a big old pile. Look at that. So let's go grab that. And that should be our last grab. I'm actually glad we did that, because I wouldn't have seen that at all. Buried in the old snow here. Oh. The last stick to feed. Eat it. Alright, okay guys, that's it. We did it. So, I guess... Oh, actually, maybe I'll shovel this over since we're right here. I'm just going to shovel this wood into that other pile real quick. That'll save us having to move the truck again. Right about there. I'm not doing a very pretty job of shoveling this wood over, but whatever. We'll do a 60-minute video today. Just kidding. Feels like it though. Oh man. This is what happens when you start getting fast and inaccurate. You just start making a mess. I just don't want this pile to run away on me. Come back to me. There we go. This is actually the other reason I wanted to shovel this, because I felt like while we were loading it was going to go jump into the river. We want to protect all our hard work here, so let's keep it going. Jeez, I didn't realize there was this much wood over here. I thought we just did like a real quick snap there. I didn't think we got very much out of it. But to my surprise, here we are looking at a big pile of wood, so this is good. Ah. Let's actually pile that to the front. Kind of a nasty pile. Oh, we also have to unload our wood chips. So this will be a longer video. Which is why I've gone slightly silent here towards the end, because I'm focused on getting my cleanup done. Okay, so let's grab this one. Yeah, and then we just got to do a load and we're done. Frickin' right, space. Maybe the other video will actually be shorter because of how quick we moved. Oh! Why you gotta be like that, rubber log? Why, rubber log? Why? I thought there was another piece over here, wasn't there? If it is, it's gone now. Okay, guys, so let's go unload this wood chipper real quick. It'll be morning before we get everything cleaned up here. PB. So we have how much? Ooh, 80% full. That's not too bad. We'll try to keep this pile getting real nice and high up here. And then we'll back, yeah, truck and trailer right up to that bottom part there. And I think you can control, if I'm not mistaken. How do I control that piece again? J? Oh, J, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Load her up. We'll have to come back when it's daytime in this game again. That was a lot of wood to create that much wood chips, though. Wouldn't you agree? That seemed like a lot to me. 5, 4. Oh, keep going. You're almost out. There we go. Okay, that's it. It's the last load, and it's nighttime in the game. We did it all by nighttime. Woohoo! All right, okay, guys, I'm going to leave it at that one. When we come back to the next one, we're going to load up that final load. We're going to load up these wood chips, and we'll call her good. Catch you on the next one. See ya.